May. Yeah, we have a good chance of getting through Div 2. Then we have a reasonable chance of getting through Div 1. I'm Emilia. I play cricket for Oxford Cricket Club, Oxfordshire, and this might be my 19th season
19?
Or something really wild. Yeah. And I just really, the women's section is really cohesive. There's a lot of great people. I really enjoy the people that I play with and the environment that we have. And I don't think you get that in many clubs. And I think that's what keeps me here. Good question. Having not played in many other clubs, given how long I've been here for, it's hard to say, but I think we just have a good group of friends, and I think our women's section is well supported by the rest of the club. It's quite big. There's lots of exciting things that happen. We've got a good girls section, so the quality of players we get coming through is really good. And yeah, we just enjoy it and we have fun. I think it's important to support junior players, but I tend to not do it so much in a coaching capacity, but more as a helping them transition into senior cricket and supporting them in senior cricket with development of like leadership and things like that, more than actual like skill set.
Do you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I do, and I think it's important because they're the next generation, right? So it's easy to do everything for them, but then when you go, there's no one to take your place. So you have to develop not just the technical stuff, but also the leadership, the volunteering, the being part of the club, and all of those. Pretty well. We played quite a lot of cricket. We came, I think, second in the league. I'm not a massive stats person. I don't look at league tables.
You mean you're not cricket?
I'm not, no. So if someone else wants to enlighten me, please feel free. We had some really good performances, though. Jenny Porter scored well over 1,000 runs, bit wild. And some really good individual performances, and yeah, good to see some of the youngsters coming through, some more of the uni girls joining in, and yeah, this year we're playing even more cricket. We've got the ECB T20 stuff that's going to go on as well, and our beginner women's section has grown as well. So yeah, it's going to be a big season. Really looking forward to it. Like I said, because the environment's really nice, and you know, people come to have a good time, and the people that, you know, the leadership team, I think, are really supportive. It kind of grows naturally by itself. We've done now for a couple of years a like beginner women's where we've basically gone to the youth sessions and been like, you're female, you look like you might want to play, and we've literally herded mums, and that's worked really well. So it's kind of grown from there, so that's been really good, and the youngsters plus some of the more experienced players together. Really nice. You get some really strong teams in there. I think Slough were especially strong, which makes it tricky because some of our players are beginners, and they're beginners into hardball, and that's obviously really difficult. If you're coming straight into hardball, it's not easy. And then some teams are more similar to our twos, which is a mix of kind of mums, youngsters, and some more senior players. So it was maybe a bit too varied. But I think this year it might be a little bit different. It might be a bit more. I got involved with Oxfordshire really early on, thanks to Ros Porter, who kind of chivelled me along. And I think being a minor county, and yeah, just the product of being a minor county means the type of cricket you get is really mixed. And also with the changes with the ECB structure, going to sort of more franchise and now coming back, it's not been the most stable over the past few years. So we've had a really mixed bag. So I wouldn't say it's massively dissimilar to the standard of some of the club cricket I've played. It's changing this year now that it's more stabilised with the county systems and the tiering structure.
Where do you guys fall under there, Tier
3? We're Tier 3, Div 2, so like the bottom, because our results haven't been that great over the past few seasons, but we sort of changed our mindset a year or so ago to a more aggressive kind of, just a more aggressive mindset and planning more, and that worked really well last season, but I think it was too soon. The ECB looked back further and our results just haven't been that good, but I think we've got a good chance of being promoted this season, so that'll be really good. Last year, it might have been the 100 final for Oxford, just because I bowled really well. It was really nice, and we won, and it was a really good day. I think just the whole day out was really nice. And it was good to finish. There's a 100 competition that runs. It was the first year last year. Again, mixed bag of standard. But the finals day was basically, the women's final was placed in between 2 men's finals for other leagues. So we had a turnout, there was, you know, the fire and the music and all of that, and quite a good crowd. So, yeah, it was just a good atmosphere, people turned out for it, we played well. It was good fun. Season, I just can't remember any of it.
Maybe it's so great.
It was just everything was amazing about it, what can I say? One thing I really did enjoy was that I think our team culture had improved quite a lot, and things like if it was a rainy day, we'd all sit together and play Uno, and then and we'd have teas together, and that was quite a big change from previous seasons. So I think that is definitely a memory from last season that I've really enjoyed, and I really want to take on into the next season. Some kind of interesting sandwich. Or like a chicken tikka sandwich, something more than just like ham and cheese, or like a sausage sandwich. Yeah, something a bit well thought out. Scones, strawberry and cream scones, definitely. A nice cake, a good fruit. Good fruit, pineapple. Yeah, strawberries. Yeah, and then a good crisp.
What's a good crisp? No, it's ready salted ready.
I do like ready salted. I really like the M&S mixed variety pack. You know, yeah, something like that. Yeah, pick 'em. Yeah.
No, you know the one, do you?
Yeah, and then you can put the crisps in the sandwich. That's why you need the ready salted. Yeah.
Obviously, you said that Italy didn't play very well, but it's a great privilege to be playing for your country, right? What does that feel like getting that phone call?
It was a bit. It works a bit differently in Italy because we're a slightly left field team. If you're playing associate cricket, obviously you don't have the resources and things that you would, so it doesn't always follow the same pattern. I was actually on holiday, and the Italy coach said, "Oh, let's do a trial day," and then it kind of snowballed from there and took over my entire life. As cricket does. But yeah, so we played in December against England, Ireland, Scotland, Netherlands. So a challenging group for us, and probably the next step up. So it was good to play teams that we need to get to, rather than teams that are our level. We had some good close games. We had some good performances. I think we just struggled with consistency, as you do when you're not a kind of professional player. I think the team learned a lot, and it'll be really valuable for us going into May to the World Cup qualifiers and trying out new skills. But it's such a great tournament. It's such good fun. It's so nice to be playing in December. And the ECC team they're really, really good at kind of putting on a show and looking after you, and yeah, I'd highly recommend. We train in Rome. That's the kind of national training camp. It's a really nice ground if anyone's ever interested in visiting. Astro ground. So Astro strip grass round, and yeah, we just go for training. Depends on what we've got coming up. So as it's coming up to a big tournament, we'll go every week. And there's a lot of work, I think, different to how English cricket and coaching runs, which is quite hands-off and kind of let the player develop. We tend to do much more technical things, much more skill-based stuff, because there's less experience coming through, so they might not have those technical skills that you might expect someone here maybe to develop when they're sort of 13, 14. So we have lots of technical, skill-based stuff. We train very hard, at very high intensity, where there's a lot expected of us. So it's a hard weekend, but really, really good. And you can see the improvement of the girls. So that's really out into neuromuscular.
So
yeah.
Neuromuscular. Oxford Cricket Club. Oxfordshire.
Yeah, don't.
Italy.
Yeah. I know.
How do you fit it all in?
By going part-time and not having a lot of money. That's how you fit it all in.
Would you have it any other way?
No, not at the moment. No, I don't think you could carry it on endlessly, especially if you want to give your everything to all different aspects of it. But I think it's not unusual to be in this situation if you're not a fully professional athlete.
I assume a lot of the Italy girls have full-time jobs.
Yeah, or full-time studying. Yeah.
What do those typically look like?
The work, those
Yeah,
work.
are they all kind of in very similar fields, or is it just a mix?
No, it really varies. Some work in like the hotel industry. One works, I think, in kind of finance, the business industry. Obviously, I'm in healthcare. Someone else works for. Well, I guess she doesn't work for, but she's involved in the federation now. She doesn't work for them because she's an advisor. But most are studying, so in school still, or uni.
Feeling kind of playing for your country in Malaga Oval one day, and the next day, back in work, looking at research.
Yeah, I guess. But I think it's good to have different areas to your life, right? Because one can be all-consuming, and it's nice to have something else to balance it out, I guess.
It's never going to be a boring conversation, are you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll
see how well this interview does on social media.